It's that time again, guys. We're going to be looking for some new culverts. Me and the little La Perra. She's laying down, getting some sleep. I'm going to go grab some coffee, and then I'll hit the road and show you guys where I'm headed out to today. We're going to grab a couple things here before we go down. I'm going to see if I can get some samples today. So here's the spot. That's the culvert. I already see it's a box culvert. Man, this is deep, and there is a pretty good little cliff here. I don't even know if I can get to it. Let me figure out a way to get down here, and then we will be back here in a sec. All right, here's the spot. It is overgrown and treacherous like crazy. I even kind of slipped and fell and busted my butt over here by that tree. And I don't like it. Let's have a look here. I always appreciate a good graffiti artist. And this is the front up here. This is the inlet to the culvert. We've got some big, heavy bedrock up here, lots of gravel there. There's another gravel pocket up that way. Here's a nice big gravel bar. To prospect this spot here, I mean, a guy could get samples there, this big rock cobble pile where the waters come over that bedrock. All of this stuff is pretty small cobbles. Man, I could work this place up a million times. Let's go to the back. And there are just all kinds of things. What I think I'll do is jump on down here. If there is any tiny little pieces, it's gonna come across here, scrape across the concrete. Once it hits this lip, drop and get deposited down over here. Wow, look at that old chorus can. I don't ever remember even seeing a top to a can like that. Wow. But what I think I'll do is I'll come in here. I'll just grab me a pile of this stuff. If there is any gold here, it's gonna be nano gold, you guys. But it's worth taking a sample. So let me snag a little bit here, half a gallon or so, and we'll get out of here. Well, this one might not be too bad, actually, but you never know. But like I'm Jackson says, nothing to it but to do it. But that's gonna do it for here. Let me throw a sticker up over here, and then we'll be off to culvert number 2. Here we are at the next one. We got a little walk to get up in here. Parking on this one was pretty nice, but it's not very steep down to the ravine. So that's good. It's easy to carry buckets or whatever, but let me turn this camera around, guys. I'll show you what I think about this one. All right, so this is your concrete culvert. They look pretty full. I mean, this thing is the most full on this end. There's only about 3 feet of room. This is the inside bend. This is the outlet. Let me crawl through here and see what. Yeah, instead of crawling, I'm gonna come to this one where we can kind of walk through. Well, over here it's about 7 feet tall. Over there it's about 4 feet tall. So this thing's got, from here to there, it's got about 3 feet of material in it. Whew. All kinds of debris everywhere. I'm gonna walk on a little bit here, and we're gonna take a shot from it back here. Lots of debris in the way. This is the inside bin, so naturally this is gonna be the better one to check. In here was a bunch of powdery fluff. That doesn't mean that down lower there's good little gravels. Over here, this is about 6 feet tall, so I know there's at least a foot. There's probably some bigger rock, bigger gravel cobbles down underneath all of this stuff, just because it's an inside bin. Here, as the water comes down, it whips around this corner. You see this hump right there in the material, then it just kind of tapers off. If I had to guess, X marks the spot. That's pretty much where I would probably start off at this place. And this one might not be too bad either, considering all the parking woes I have sometimes with these culverts. But I think this one's got a little bit of promise to it. Upstream, there's really nice gravelies up there too. Then I noticed I freaking ran out of stickers. I only have one more. I usually keep a bunch in my phone, but nothing today. I'll have to remember to jam a bunch more of those in there. We are off to pipe number 3. This baby is definitely going to require a sample if I can get one. I'll show you where I gotta go here in a second. Look at all those beautiful people across there. Mountain Goat Culver in search of gold. Mr. Doobie and the Doobie Vial, Golden Skull. Huge troubled one, the Gold Vlog and 406 prospecting in the house. So this is a steep hill. I think I see the pipe right there. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get down here. This is just too gravelly, too slippery. I think we may take the tree route. Let's head that way. Yeah, this hill here is this is something else, guys. And I'll tell you what, about a month ago, slipped off kind of to the side and kind of screwed up my knee. This thing has been acting up on me. Gosh, I hope it just kind of goes away all on its own. We shall see. But going down hills, I gotta be even more careful than what I was before. We got us the door to a safe here. Old Mesa Safe Company. There's the rest of the safe. I guess somebody robbed a grocery store and took the loot and threw it off the hill. Shoot, I don't know. Well, it's got to be down here somewhere. Let me turn off the camera and I'll get back with you when I find out where this baby is. It is up through here, all this overgrown brush. We gotta climb all the way up there, guys. So there it is. She's not very big. And all the way down there at the end is on the other side of the road, and on that side of the road they have an animal fence over there, so it's blocked off from the public. You can't get to the front, you can only get to this side. To be honest with you, I don't know what is the inside bin. Judging from the backside over here, I would say that it would be this, because it's fuller and the water moves slower. But I'm not so sure. This spot here, there's lots of good gravels piled up on this concrete. This is where material's coming and depositing over here. That might be good. But I think I'll pick around down there and get a sample from over here first. I think I found a quicker way back up to the truck. Try to hop through here and go that way. It's pretty steep, looks pretty slippery. It's never easy when you're carrying a camera and a bag of dirt with you too. We will give it a shot and see how it goes. Whew. All right, off to pipe number 4. Here's the next one, guys. This puppy is overgrown big time. And this is one of my old stomping grounds. I've never came here and dug with you guys yet. I have found gold in here. Again, it's perfect because it's a corrugated pipe. And this actually, if you can see this divot, I've actually dug here before. I need to come back and dig back over here, because back over here is where the culvert starts. This is where I really need to come and get my hands dirty here. This side has got a ton of overburden in it. You can see that huge hump. Nothing even runs in this one anymore. Look at all these trees that are sitting on top of the culvert. I don't know if you guys have ever dug where trees are on top of the concrete. It is murder. The root systems are just, you got to bring an axe with you or a little hatchet just to chop through all of that. This over here would take me a million years to do. This one has less material, a heck of a lot less, like 2 or 3 feet less. So at first look, a guy would think, oh, we should go to this one, it's less material. This one is actually the better one if you have a whole team of guys to get in and dig that far down than this one. Me by myself, just doing whatever around, you know, I don't have much time, so I'm gonna have to pick on this one. One thing I like about it is all these big rocks, you know, so they say. Big rocks, big gold. Well, you know, is that really true? Yeah, sometimes in my opinion. While other times I'm just still finding a little bit of flood gold. I mean, this whole thing, it just goes on and on and on and on. It could be worked. This is not a bad little deal here. Any of you guys that have ever watched any of these culvert videos where I'm going around just doing prospects, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Culvert, good. You didn't see the parking. That's pretty good too. Less material, good. Big rocks, big gold. I'll take it any day of the week. Guys, let's head to pipe number 5. All right, guys, here's the next one. Me no likey. Look at all this dust. I don't know, there's got to be something good here. The culvert apron starts way back over here. We are standing on about 2 feet of material. Over there's like 3-4 feet of material. Got our classic artwork here. I do see some pretty good gravels over here that look pretty good, I guess. Of course, I don't know if there's any expansion joints down here. I'd have to dig. Here's a big pile of bigger rock. You see that? You see this over here? It looks like the surface of the moon. Bigger gravel over here. That might just be a spot to look at. Then it dips way down over here. So maybe the water comes in, deposits those big rocks, comes over here, washes it out. Let's go look at the next hole, see what we can find. This one we're coming in, and there's a big hump over here, big hump in the middle. boy, this is a challenge. Down here on the bottom, there's a big hump right there. But on this dealio, guys, being the judge and the jury just right off the bat, I'm gonna say that I would just follow the big rocks. Wherever the biggest deposit of bigger rock is, that's where I would try first. I got one sticker left in my phone. I'm gonna throw it up over here. All right, so we will put that sucker right there. If we go too high, I usually like to put them up high, but if I go too high, one of these darn birds are probably gonna put their nest right over the top of it. We're gonna get out of here. Hope you learned something a little bit on what I look for when I'm poking around. And some of these principles, guys, even are good with just when you're out in creeks in general, dry gulches and stuff like that. Some of the same stuff in a culvert is the same kind of stuff out there too. I've got 2 samples to check. Looks like it's a pretty good day today. I think I'll have time to go through those small bags. I go classify them and it ought to reduce the amount of material. I should be able to pan those out. So, and we'll get back to the house and check that out. I got wrapped up with a bunch of stuff. This is a couple days later, but I noticed this video is getting a little bit long, so I just panned these out off camera, guys. I got the results down here, so let's check it out. This is the second sample, and there is not one little bit of gold in there. This is the first spot that we went to, and nothing in there either. I got skunked on this deal, but that's all right. I know the gold's over there. I just need to go back, do some more prospecting, find some more spots, switch it up a little bit, and only grabbing a half a bag of material. I mean, come on. So it's not surprising I didn't find anything, but appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to smash out our subscribe button. As the infamous Ozark Buck always says, we gone.